Hey guys, so we are in my hotel room in Kathmandu, Nepal, and this is my what made me decide to do this trip diary entry, which I had to cut up or we would be here for well over 20 minutes. So my love for travel began in my roots, the home country of my family, Medellin, Colombia. As a child, I can remember visiting. I can remember it like it was yesterday. The whole look was different. A beautiful city with an incredible skyline surrounded by majestic mountains where in lightning storms you'd hear loud cracking and echoing coming right off of the mountains. The fresh, distinctive smell, the tiny trail of ghost ants in Grandma's kitchen where it was ignored and looked at as normal. The look of the homes with the terrace rooftops where the laundry was washed and hung. The occasional mariachi bands that the neighboring boys would send to sing to their girlfriends from right underneath their windows. The open air indoor patios where it would allow rain to come in into the house and water the plants that hung underneath. The visits to Berta, my dad and uncle's finca, farm, where we rode our horses, swam in the river, and did so much more. The crazy drives with my uncle to the farm on one-way streets, driving up the craziest of inclines, sometimes crossing over water-flooded bridges in the back of the truck with my sister and my mom under those thick Colombian blankets, while my uncle sometimes cursed the more annoying street vendor, saying things like "Sóbase esa gelatina por el culo," which means shove that candy up your arse. So it was getting to know the ways of the people and their customs, the deep history, the beautiful sights, the meaningful monuments, how governments worked, religious practices and spiritual beliefs that always left me wanting more. Between then and now, I've traveled locally. I've done cruises, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Japan, but my favorite so far has been Bali, Indonesia with my niece, where we made it our own and planned it ourselves, even included awesome healing spiritual retreat. So I was always saying yes to the slightest of invite for travel, but always happily on someone else's itinerary and time. And on every trip I've ever gone to, I have always been super sad to leave. I've never wanted to go home. I even remember in Japan driving to the airport, I dropped one tear, so calm down. But still, I was just never ready to go home. Even this last year, there were talks and plans of travel, just not how I envisioned it, I guess. Anyhow, I had a friend who was taking a semester in Europe for 3 months and invited me along. Of course I said yes, but for 3 weeks, not 3 months. And as time grew closer for travel, things started to happen. Every month for 4 consecutive months, a previous coworker, a local hangout friend, a Latin dance community friend, and my aunt all passed away, and it really did something to me. I mean, death has always done something to me in a way of affecting me in a way of appreciating and motivating me to follow through with my dreams. But this was different. It was the top off. These people died from old age, from car accident, suicide, asthma attack. They were all great people, and I know everybody says that, but they were, and most of them were young with so much time left to live. So it just messed with me. Some days I'd sit silently and all I could think of is all the things that I knew these people wanted to do that they never got a chance to, or they never worked up enough courage to. Watching the loved ones at some of these funerals say their I love yous and their goodbyes and their I'm sorries really messed with me. Saying it to a dead carcass. So say what you have to say or forever hold your peace. Apologize now. Let go of anger. Let go of resentments. Tell that person how you feel about them. Tell them that you love them if that's what you want to tell them while they're still breathing. So for the next few weeks, my anxiety grew even stronger, and so did the need to really live my life and leave all the BS behind. Cut to when I requested the 3 weeks off from work. I was in the office with my manager when he said, "Hey, did you see that so-and-so is on Facebook traveling and it looks like for a long time?" I said, yes, I got invited to that for 3 months, but I can't do that with work and everything else I have going on. He turned all the way towards me and said, don't let us stop you from going, Liana. If this is something that you really want to do it. I said, I can't do that. It's a month away. It's a month away. He said, go, we'll be fine. So I went home that night, thought about it, came in the next day and just said, okay, put in my notice or whatever. This is happening. Same day, I put a Facebook post asking if anyone wanted to backpack travel for an extended amount of time. I got 2 genuine responses, but they couldn't travel until next year, so that was 6 months from now. At that point, I turned to my family to see if they thought I should wait or not. So asked my dad. Dad said, if you can guarantee a travel partner in 6 months, then wait. Before I could even finish my sentence with my best friend, she said, do it. If you don't do it, you'll always be doing what you have always done and never wanted to do, which was waiting for people. My sister said, I don't even know why you're asking me. You already know that you're going to do it. I know you. And if I were you, I would do it too. It's just hard to tell you that because we're going to be worried about you. I'm going to be worried about sending you off into this crazy world, which she's right. And my mom, of course, she was a nervous wreck at the thought of me going alone, but what she doesn't know is a few days before I asked her, she had already answered my question when, out of nowhere, as I was leaving the house, I said, I don't know why I'm scared. I really don't. And she said, don't ever be scared of anything. You could do whatever you want to do because God is always watching and God is always by your side. So we're not going to tell her the confidence that she gave me that day. Let's not tell her. With all that, I booked my open-end flight, gave my job my notice, sadly left my dance team and my massage clients, canceled my car insurance and my cell phone service, tied up all loose ends, bought a selfie stick and a ginormous backpack, and purchased my one-way ticket to see the world. So I'm not sure of many things. I wasn't even sure about this life change I was making happen, but I was 100% sure of one thing, and that was that the world was calling my name for a very long time, and it was time to listen. And when my fear of experiencing this alone, being mugged, assaulted, or in a natural disaster, losing my job and clients, losing a loved one, losing more time, I'm not exactly 18 years old anymore, and losing my nest egg, all of my money. Essentially, when my desire to live this dream and live my life superseded all of my fears, I knew it was time. I knew the time was now. With a handful of countries I knew I wanted to visit and not much more, I was as ready as I was going to be. So I was down to the last few days and frequently passing my family. I could feel the sad energy coming off of them. I was fighting back my tears numerous times. I was going to miss them terribly. And the next thing I knew, I was boarding the plane with a pit in my stomach, going through every emotion possible, feeling bipolar as shit. And now I'm here, and I still don't have it figured out. I have this deep desire to be of service to others, to help out, like majorly in one way or another, to be productive, to incorporate some kind of work and making money with my travels, but above all else to be of major help to others. And it's been 3 months now that I've been traveling, and none of those things have been fulfilled yet. Keyword, yet. Trust and believe. There's still time. Trust and believe. And live your life. This is my live your life.